I don't know who started it. I don't know who started it and why they still continue it. But the quickest way to turn me off in church is to start with that turn to your neighbor foolishness.
Welcome to Turn to Your Neighbor. This is the Christian Talk Show where we talk about the church, music, movies, social media, and a whole lot more. I'm Cliff, and this is Big Dre. What's up, brother?
Yes, it is officially the new entrance from now on.
We'll
That
get to it
lady's
later. We'll get to it
that
later.
lady's never going away.
We'll get to it later.
What up, neighbor? That lady's a hater, and I love her. But guess what? She is officially the new entrance. Yo, we got to get her on the show.
I don't know who that lady is. You sent me the video, and we are going to get to the. I'm going to play the complete clip you showed me later in the show. For those you don't know, we integrated some lady had some words about just the general turn to your neighbor, not particularly this show. But so I figured, hey, let's integrate it into the show. Let's have fun with it. So that's gonna be part of our new intro now. We're gonna definitely
Yes.
talk about the full clip later and the whole turn to your neighbor thing. So yeah. So
Oh.
shout out to all neighbors. Thank y'all for hanging with us tonight.
Yo, you should. I wasn't ready for that. That
No,
was good.
we only had so much to cover. I couldn't cover everything because we were late. And so I had the one story that I thought was more important to talk about, and then I figured it wouldn't be a big deal with this lady.
Oh
But
man,
we'll tell the neighbors about that the extended clip of what that lady said and all that kind of stuff. So what's up to all the neighbors out there? Do me a favor, wherever you are, neighbors, do me a favor, like and share, hit like and share at the bottom of your screen down here or over here, wherever you are. Like and share. If you're watching on demand, you can still hit like and share as well.
yo, it was a wild weekend. Yo, happy belated Palm Sunday. You know what I'm saying? As we moving into this wonderful Holy Week, moving into Easter. Yo, it was a wild thing. So on Sunday we had like a guest minister. On Saturday and Sunday we had a guest minister come to church, right?
Okay.
An excellent guy. Like he was really a good dude. Like you ever had them people who have accomplished so much, like you assume they're just gonna be jerks because it's like, oh my goodness, they've done so much, they're gonna be jerky. He was the complete opposite. He has pastored several churches. He does 2 services each Sunday of over 1,000 apiece. But
Okay.
he was just chill. He was just a chill dude. He got churches internationally. He's got multiple degrees, studying at Oxford now. He has divinities, doctorate, divinity, all this stuff.
Okay.
But he comes into church, and we're a smaller church, and so we're giving out palms, like actually giving out palms.
Yeah, a lot of churches do that. Yeah,
yeah. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "This is really nice." He's like, I forgot about this. Like I haven't seen this in a long time.
Is he a non-melanated brother?
No. He's black.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Their service, each service is doing anywhere from 800 to 1,200 a service.
Yeah. It's kind of costly to give out
He
palms.
you can't give out that many palms for multiple service. Like
just for random decoration. Yeah, it's
just the process of buying that many palms and distributing that many palms twice is a lot. And he's like, I love it. He's like, I absolutely love it. We're just too big to do it. And I hadn't even thought about that. I was like, that's true. When you hit certain sizes, there's just certain small things you can't do. Here's my question. How do you do communion at a megachurch?
So I'm trying to think because I want to say, I think they just have hundreds of people. Well, not hundreds, but lots of people passing out the trays. So our mega churches, it's no reusable
It's
cup.
a machine.
I can tell you that right. No, it's no reusable cups. You know, when you got the cups and somebody washes it out surface, it's the packet. So they're giving out the package.
Yeah. Even my church goes to packets. We ain't got time for that. Ever since COVID.
Either you have it outside and tell people to get it on their way in, which I've seen. Probably
it. Yeah.
We haven't communion until they get your cup on your way in, or you have dozens of ushers, like depending on the size of your church, just passing them out.
Mm-hmm. but it was just.
But ain't no walking to the front to get your communion at the mega.
Oh no. It was dope to be around him, and his guy, and while they were here, and he was able to appreciate the setting that we were in, because if we hitting 100, 150 a service, we cool. Like oh Lord, we. But he's like, yo, this is like, I like this, and to see him to be able to appreciate that, even at the level he is, where he literally has international church. He's like, yeah, I got my pastor over in Asia, like we got him over there and doing all this stuff. But see him be able to take a Sunday. He's like, this is the first Sunday in 36 years I haven't been at my pulpit.
Wow.
First Palm Sunday.
About to say, wow, that brother.
Yeah. First Palm Sunday. Yeah. First Palm Sunday, like 30-some years that I haven't been in my pulpit. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. We are pulling you away on an important day. So thank you for being here. But it was pretty dope.
It's good to hear that he had a real international church, because I don't know if you're familiar with this, but in the hood, in some areas, there will be storefront churches that say such and such international church, and the church seats 20 people.
Let's talk about that.
But they international though.
You can't just slap international on your church. Like, y'all just be coming out here with names.
International by faith.
The thing is, he doesn't even have international in his church name. But like, you can't, if you international, you ain't gotta tell people. You know what I'm saying? You just international. You can't be out here just making stuff up, yo. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you ain't gonna get me riled up today. We ain't gonna get you riled up. This is the Holy Week. I'm trying to be good this week. I'm trying to be nice, and so we're gonna stay. We're gonna stay good. We're gonna stay good, brother. What do you have for us on this week?
I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. I see in the chat, Angela's talking about a bossy pastor. I'm not sure what bossy pastor she referred to.
Which bossy pastor?
Yeah.
B minor, B flat.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, we got that.
All right. I think
B major. You got B major.
B major.
But that's not that dude's not being bossy. He's correcting.
The dude. Is it B major?
Oh, you talking about the church hurt video, Angela? Like,
good. Okay, I guess it'd be major. All right, go ahead. Well, we'll do it, and we'll go through the show. If we don't have the clip you want, you let us know, and we'll find it for you. Are we
now you making promises?
Yeah.
This is not TRL. All right. So first thing I want to talk about. Hold on.
Oh, that guy! I just saw that clip.
Yes. Oh, crud. I'll try to get it. I meant to put that in the show.
The dude who told.
Okay. Yes, I'll try to find where I saved it at, and I'll try.
There's
to get
this clip. Okay, yeah, a clip floating around of the guy, a pastor out there.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Very emphatic about how people should praise in that.
I meant to have that, and I will try to find that and get it up by the end of the show. Okay. First, I want to talk about that. I'm not sure how many of y'all are still hanging out on Twitter, or what used to be known as on X, or used to be known as Twitter. But the last 2 or 3 days, the words "Christ is King" was trending. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, the saints are gathering early for Easter. That's wonderful.
Amen.
Either the saints are gathering, or somebody dropped the album with the title "Christ is King." One or the other. I thought that was wonderful. Well, it turns out that now there are members of our population that are now trying to say Christ is King is anti-Semitic. Because unfortunately, and I think part of this stemmed from, I don't follow this sister's activities too much, but Candace Owens, who's pretty controversial, apparently she lost her position at the Daily Wire or something like that. She lost her position, and it was tied to comments that she made about the rumors are that it was reason because comments she made about what's going on about Jewish people and what's going on in Israel, all that kind of stuff. However, the bottom line is apparently there are members of our faith that are weaponizing the words Christ is King and using that to be hurtful towards the Jewish faith.
And what? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not. So
I didn't read up on this.
I wish I could.
So they are weaponizing it by how?
Well, they're using the words Christ is King, but their actions are not following with that. So they're saying basically hurtful things about Jewish people, and then they're kind of throwing Christ as King in there on top of it. Bottom line.
Okay.
And so now there are people who think Christ is King. There are just in general now people believe Christ is King is anti-Semitic because of those people that are weaponizing it.
Okay, I wonder. I would have to. I wish I would have.
Like Donna said, they're using it as a dog whistle.
Oh, like they're using.
So
it as a dog whistle.
let me just say this, and this is no disrespect to any brother, sister of Jewish faith, but y'all gonna have to learn. Let me just say this, and this you could be wrong, but y'all gonna have to learn to separate when somebody's using it to be hurtful towards you, or when somebody's using it to proclaim their faith, because. Right. I'm not going to stop saying Christ is King in the proper way. Like, I'm not going to stop saying it in terms of a declaration and express my love towards Jesus. Now, there's people who might be using it the harmful way, but that don't mean the rest of us are going to stop saying it because there's people using it it harmfully.
I've given up a lot of phrases. I don't know if we can give up this one. So are they? Oh, is it like? Is it almost like a dog whistle, like Blue Lives Matter, or like stuff like that? Is that what they're kind of using it as, something like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a stretch.
And let me just say, it's wrong. Let me preface by saying it is wrong for anyone to use that term to be harmful towards another people. Because that's kind of like totally against the whole premise of
that's antithetical to that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Man, and here or like let's go Brandon. Okay. Like let's go Brandon. All right. We have to first of all, nobody should be using my belief system to then hurt someone else. That is not what it was designed for. That is not what Christ is about. And so anybody doing that is actually completely out of the will and out of alignment with what's happening with the actual terminology in and of itself. That having been said, I mean, I don't go on many religious rants on social media, but I can't not allow that. I can't just stop saying that. I won't just stop saying that just because somebody's trying to co-opt it into something that it's not. If you want to have a discussion with me about what I believe at some point in time, if I decide to say it, you can have a discussion with me and we can sit down and talk about it. Plus, the Twitter is the wrong place for nuance. And so trying to, like somebody said, it is a good point. Mac, I think it was, it's all in the context. Nuance and context don't go over well on social media. That is not the place for these detailed discussions. And so while let us unequivocally say here on Turn to Your Neighbor that if there is anyone out there who is using the term Christ as King to be hurtful, to be divisive, to belittle anyone, then that is not at all what we are about. That is not what we represent. That having been said, in no way will I allow the world or anyone else to take away that declaration from me. And if that is is what I choose to say and where I choose to be, like, and you want to have a discussion with me afterwards and get detail, that's cool. But no, make it as clear as possible. No, you shouldn't be saying you shouldn't. I don't understand. That's wild. People will do anything and say anything. Using it as a divisive phrase is wild to me, and so it just doesn't even align with where I'm at. Evangelist, how you doing? Coming from ATL, I see you.
Unfortunately, there are people that share our faith in words. I'm not going to talk about their heart, but they share our faith in words. And to be frankly, these people are idiots. Some people are idiots. That's just what it comes down to. Yeah.
That's, you know what that really is? And I'm trying to find the words, it's disappointing and disheartening.
Definitely.
Like, in the world in which we reclaim, there's so many different views and giving space for people to be able to speak. The fact that like other religions are allowed to declare whoever they declare, and if I want to stand on my God, I'm gonna stand on my God. But that's not to aim at you in some way and to make you lesser than. And to someone, unfortunately, there is historically within Christianity this has historically happened, and which it is oftentimes used to separate and or denigrate a group of people. But we can get into that another time.
Yeah. Now this is being very very comical way to put it, but this is kind of how people are using it. Like Just Plain 12 says, Qdoba is better than Chipotle. # Christ is King. So people will like say out of pocket stuff and then Christ is King on top. But that's just one example of one of many different ways that people are using it. And let me just say once again, it is 100% wrong to be using that term to bring down someone else. 1000%.
God gonna mess around and get your internet. He gonna mess around and mess your Wi-Fi up. You keep messing with him, because that's like blasphemy in a way, isn't it? Like if you're using it in that spirit. But hey, go ahead and keep messing around. I wouldn't play God like that. But that's just me though. That's just me. But nah, man. Yeah. To anybody who is being attacked by folks under the moniker Christ is King, nah, we ain't with that. I don't agree with it. And we pray for those who are out here living in just wrong, who living in foul. If you out here just living foul, using Christ as the King as something to be divisive and hurtful, you need to get yourself checked. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. So we're gonna move on. In honor of Women's History Month, it might be the last show of Women's History Month. Anyway, in honor of Women's History Month, I want to honor, and I did not know this sister passed. So we recently lost the legendary Sandra Crouch. Sandra Crouch is the the twin sister of the legendary gospel artist Andraé Crouch.
She looked exactly like Andraé.
Yes.
I know they were twins.
Pastor Crouch, they were actually, I can't imagine a brother and sister co-pastoring a church, but they did co-pastor a church. First, their parents had the church, and their parents passed, and they kind of took it on, and then she became the pastor once he became the sole pastor once he passed. So, but I want to play a video that was circulating around the internet. This video is from, her name is Dara Star Tucker, because she does a much better job explaining the importance of Pastor Crouch than I could have. So I'm going to play this video for you and the neighbors. We're going to honor really quickly the legendary, extremely influential Pastor Sandra Crouch. Check this out, y'all.
We're having audio difficulties. We'll get you there, people.
Oh, my bad.
Was a legendary figure in gospel.
I'm sorry. I was start over. I'm over here trying to multitask and get the video. Up. All right, one more time. I'm sorry. I apologize, neighbors. Here we go. Here we're gonna talk about Pastor Crouch.
Sandra Crouch died on Sunday, the 17th of March, and I want to talk about why she matters. She is a hugely significant figure in gospel music. Sandra Crouch was, of course, the sister of Andraé Crouch, who was a legendary figure in gospel music, completely revolutionized the genre. And she was right there alongside Andraé, singing backup and lead on a lot of that stuff that he put out in the 70s and 80s. And a little fun fact, Sandra also played tambourine on the Jackson 5's I Want You Back and ABC. But why does Sandra Crouch matter? Well, there was a gospel label called Light Records that was started in 1966 by this man, Ralph Carmichael. But by the early 80s, for whatever reason, Light Records was struggling and they were actually on the verge of bankruptcy. And that's where Sandra Crouch comes in. This is her in the white hat on the right. Ralph Carmichael says that she came into his office at Light Records in 1983 with a fully finished album called We Sing Praises that she had recorded at her father, Benjamin Crouch's church, fully on her own, with her own money. And she asked him to release the album. And of course he did. He had nothing to lose. This was the sister of Andraé Crouch. She paid for this album herself. She walked it right into his office. And of course, he released it. And this album had a couple of significant songs on it that ended up helping to define the sound of gospel music in the 80s, particularly choir music. So Sandra Crouch's debut album called We Sing Praises ended up being a huge hit, and churches everywhere were singing these songs. The album was hugely successful. It ended up saving Light Records from bankruptcy, and it won a Grammy in 1984 for Best Soul Gospel Performance Female. And in 1985, she went on to record one of the most iconic gospel songs of all time.
Don't Take Me Down.
Oh, they're going to get us taken down.
I'm hoping that because it's old, because the audio was great.
I'm going to keep talking over it. Hopefully,
they don't. We're going to talk over it.
So, for Sandra Crouch's contributions to the world of contemporary gospel music alone, we should be celebrating her as an extremely significant figure. Sandra Crouch died on Sunday, the 17th of March, and I want to talk about why she.
How many times muting everything else but the right. I'm muting everything else but the right one. So once again, thanks to Dara Star Tucker, Dara Tucker B on Instagram. The full video, because I had to do some editing. The full video was about 4 minutes long, where she's kind of chronicling things of Sarah Crouch. Sis dropped at least 3 or 4 other songs in the video. But I figure I'll just risk it all for one of the songs. But so think about saying Charlie Crouch. This was like a long time ago, and Pastor Crouch is out here playing tambourine for the secular music, and the church ain't come. People must not have known. Or
they didn't know.
They must not have known.
They didn't know. Here's the thing. You know what I love about Black people? You can get a job as a professional tambourine player. She had a career as a tambourinist
on multiple tracks, not just one, multiple
tracks in multiple genres. You are I now need to look up, are there other professional tambourinists out there? And is that the term, a tambourinist? I don't know, but this
percussionist. I think it's just a percussionist.
Nah, brother. Nah, I ain't gonna put tambourines in the same boat as the rest of percussion.
Stop it. Hey, tambourine is percussion. Were you not paying attention to music class?
I understand what the concept of percussionist is. I am not gonna put a tambourine in the same classification as other percussionists. No, we ain't gonna do it.
So another cool thing about, because Pastor Crouch basically saved Light Records. Without her, we would not have the Winans, Commissioned, Walter Hawkins, all that kind of stuff. And in the video, the sister goes into a much greater detail that we didn't have time for this show. But yeah, it's wonderful. So props to Pastor Crouch for blazing the trail, and rest in peace to her, and prayers for her family and her church family.
I know this sister would agree with me in my thought process in saying that everyone should have to be certified in some way, form, or fashion before you're allowed to play tambourine in church. Because yes,
you mean like a tryout, like the worship team tryouts.
I have said this before.
Let the people make a joyful noise.
No. An inappropriately played tambourine can ruin the atmosphere. It can ruin what the music team is trying to do. I have said this before. I will say it again. We should not just we don't allow anybody just to walk willy-nilly in there with a drum. You said it's percussion. We should not allow anybody to walk willy-nilly in there with a tambourine. There are too many services that I have been to in which somebody is out here jacking stuff up with a terribly played tambourine or an inappropriately timed tambourine. It's the same thing.
Now we know everyone cannot play it well.
Hey, that's what they're saying.
Let the people worship. Let the people praise.
Everyone can't play the tambourine. Yup. Everyone cannot play the tambourine.
This is very true.
Let
the people have their tambourine.
I feel it should be an usher's responsibility that if somebody is on the tambourine that is out there sounding like trash, you need to go sit them down. Just the way that old girl told like, nah, baby, this is a solo right now. Who's the one pastor that gets on my nerves? What's her name?
It wasn't Dorinda. Somebody else did it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim Burrell.
The same way Kim Burrell told that lady, hey, ain't time to, some of y'all ain't time to play on this tambourine. Take a seat.
Let the people have their tambourine. Y'all play y'all tambourines unto God. Don't listen to Dre. You play your tambourine.
Wait. Now I'm being accused of being a racist. How is this racist? This ain't, I don't care what race you are. Hey, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. You, if you are stinking the tambourine, come sit your behind down. That's all I'm gonna say. People are terrible on that tambourine.
So one more time, thank you, Pastor Crouch, for your contributions, and prayers to her family and her church family in her recent passing. Okay. So for those of you who came in on time or early to the show, you heard we had a new intro because, well, we adjusted the intro a little bit because there's this woman that was going around online talking about she doesn't like the whole turn to your neighbor thing in church. I don't know who this woman is. Do you know her? I don't know her.
The algorithms were algorithming, and she literally just popped into my joint.
Got you. So we'll play the complete video, and this woman talks about the whole turn to your neighbor thing that we do at church. So check this out.
I don't know who started it and why they still continue it, but the quickest way to turn me off in church is to start with that turn to your neighbor foolishness. I don't like it, and I'm not doing it. Apart from pleasantries like good morning, good afternoon, that's it. Don't ask me to turn to the neighbor to do or say any all manner of foolishness that y'all want to say. I don't like it, and I don't do it. I don't know who started it.
So since you sent me this, go for it.
Yo, first of all, I want to know where she was coming from or what service, what had been said that she felt the need. This mother is, I mean, she's well aged, but she's older than us. She probably in her 50s, maybe her 60s. As good as her skin is, she may be in her 70s and looks wonderful like that. But she obviously decided to take to the tick of the talks and let the people know. She said, on today, I'm going to get my message out. And she got her message out. I don't know who hurt her. I don't know what hurt her. But this has been a staple of the Black church for decades.
So much a staple, we named our show after it. So much.
Yes. And here's the thing.
So much of a staple.
People who know the Black church, as soon as we say the name of our show, they get it. Yes. They get what we're trying to do here. I don't know what one name church she goes to or needs to go to. That's what she needs to do. This is obviously a lady.
She does not go to a one-word church.
She needs one because she don't want to talk to nobody. She needs a one-word church. Yeah. She needs a one-word church that serves a good latte in the cafeteria in the front, and they can take it in with her. It's gotta be quick for her.
One-word churches, they don't say church neighbor. One-word churches, somewhere at the early part of the service, they'll say, "Go greet 3 people that you don't know." That's what they do. One-word church.
So my sister's on one tonight. Don Abdullah says she totally agrees, and she feels that we should stop forcing church to be a social activity. Hey, for all you people that want to come to church to be antisocial, that's why they have online church for.
So I have always had a problem with this, and not because I don't like it. I'm gonna be open with the neighbors. I'm gonna be open with the neighbors. I have always had a problem with the whole turn to your neighbor thing, because every time somebody says it, I never have a neighbor to turn to. I'm going to give y'all 2 examples.
Okay.
I'm going to give y'all 2 quick examples.
This sounds like a church hurt.
One, I'm sitting there with my wife, and we in the service.
Yeah. Okay.
The preacher says, turn to your neighbor, blah, blah, blah. My wife's turn. I'm sitting on my wife's left. She turns to someone on her right. The person on my left turns to their left. So I am left turning to no one. And this is my wife. Another time.
Let's talk about this. Let's address that real quick. There's rules and protocols of this. I feel as if we have the same last name, either by marriage or by birth, that I feel
We came together, sis.
Yes, you have a requirement. I'm your neighbor. Every time you have to turn to me. That's the rule. I think it's the rule.
I'm gonna tell y'all one more. This one happened like 2 weeks ago at church. So I'm sitting there. It's only 4 of us, and our church has chairs. So it's only like, and I'm on like, look, we sit in a little side section. So side section seats maybe 6 or something, but there's only 4 of us in this row, right? There are 2 people on the 2 people towards my right. Everybody's to my right. I'm in the last one. I'm the last one. Everybody's left. The 2 people to the right are together. So 2 people to the right are together, and between them is one woman, and then it's me, right?
Okay.
The preacher says, look at the person next to you or whatever, right? The 2 people to my right, they turn to each other.
Right.
I go to turn to sis on my right because we the only ones in the row now that ain't got nobody. I go to turn to her. Sis looks straight ahead. Doesn't say what the man says to say. Doesn't look at me. I'm like, oh okay. All right, this is what we doing. Sis did not move. She did not budge. I'm like, this is what we doing today. All right. Now I did not know this. I don't know this woman. I don't know her name. I'm assuming she's a member.
Okay.
She didn't even like. We the only ones in the row, sis. We the only one.
Donna says, "I am sis."
She and said, it's not. I am and sis. I know it's not my breath because my church gives out free mints in the hallway when you come in. I always take one, and right after praise and worship, I put it in my mouth. So I know it wasn't my breath. Sis was just being a hater.
Here's the thing. Angela Harden says, hey, I hate when my neighbor doesn't talk back to me. It's weird. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to allow your ignorance to stop me from following the word of the man of God, the woman of God on the pulpit. So I am going to talk to the side of your face and make it awkward. I'm going to talk to the side of the facer. I'm going to sit there and talk to you. Even if you don't want to talk to me, I'm going to make it awkward. Or I'm going to butt in to another 2-way and make it a 3-way and say, hey, we all talking to each other.
The sister didn't say nothing. Now, if it was somebody I kind of knew, I would like just give a little tap or whatever, a little elbow.
Oh, I'm a tapper.
But no, sis didn't say. She looked straight, did not look at me at all. I'm like, come on, man.
Now, here's the thing.
This is why I got to sit next to the older women. These millennials. I got to start sitting next to the seasoned saints because seasoned saints would have said something to me, had a whole conversation.
But this is a seasoned saint. The woman who said this is a seasoned saint.
I know.
Okay, let me say this though. Here's the one problem I do have with turn to your neighbor. And I've learned this. And I also learned this about declarations. You can't just go saying and or declaring anything that comes off that pulpit.
Okay.
Because some people be saying some whack and out of pocket stuff. And so I am a person, right? I'm a person that will wait. I will listen to the entire statement and then I will say it. You know how a pastor will say something and they will expect you to repeat it? I'm listening like I'm going to let him get through 2 or 3 phrases before I start repeating something. Because if somebody's out of pocket, especially if it's not the pastor. Most of the time, the pastor, like if it's not the man or the woman of the house, most of the time, the pastor, you can trust them. That's why they're the pastor. If it's just somebody making announcements and they doing something extra, if it's the praise and worship team, or if it's a visiting pastor, or a bishop, or whoever, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get the full message of what's being said before I'm not gonna just walk into it, because I ain't gonna declare that mess you just said out your mouth because it was out of pocket and it was not at all in the word of what God was saying. And so I'm gonna just wait a little bit. That's where I sit at. That's where I sit at on that. But I can understand. Oh, this is hilarious. Or the pastor starts stuttering, and now I gotta wait while they lag. Yo, my sister.
Stop it. The lag.
She's out of control.
That's out of pocket.
Out of control, man. That was out of pocket. Okay, I shouldn't have put that one up. I apologize. But
no, it's all right. I mean, not putting it up. It's funny.
I can understand. But no, I believe in Turn to Your Neighbor, it is tough though when the people have the funky breath like Cliff did. That's why that lady didn't want to talk to him.
No, that's not why. No, I am OCD about when my breath smells.
I was minty fresh that day.
I was definitely minty fresh. I'll make sure.
Hey, but y'all should be. I want to thank this lady. I do want to try to get this lady on. I want her to see that there's an entire show dedicated to Turn to Your Neighbor, and I want her to see that she is now forever going to be part of our intro. I need her every week because that haterade is getting me excited. So it's a big old.
Oh, it's permanently. That intro is going to be permanent now, at least until we find something
permanent.
So next, I want to show you and the neighbor something. We are in the season of Easter, and of course, Easter brings Easter plays. Oh, I have this church that some of our brothers and sisters, they choose to do more creative type of Easter plays. Just the regular crucifixion of Jesus Christ is not good enough for them. They need to do other things. I think one year we had like a superhero Easter or whatever or something. And so
everybody always flying in.
This church has a cowboy western themed kind of Easter play, and I'm going to show you and the neighbors. It's a little long, so we'll stop partway through. I'm going to show you and the neighbors what these people did. Now, I do want to give a warning. There is some things that some people here, I don't think any of our audience may. At least the people that normally comment, I don't think they might find it offensive, but there may be somebody watching. There are some things that you might find offensive. So I'm just giving a clear warning. I'm just
Cliff,
it's certain imagery that you might find.
We've been getting better, but what are we doing, Cliff?
No, this is.
I haven't had to.
You'll see when I show it.
Okay.
Just a fair warning. So we just playing this. We can have commentary on it and talk about the weirdness of these people. All right. So check
the weirdness of
the weirdness. People. Check out this Easter play, y'all.
Yeah, I'm the legendary lawman, Wyatt Earp. But there's a peacemaker coming after me. I'm not worthy to unbuckle his horse's saddle. In the meantime, let me make something perfectly clear to you and your brood of vipers. I'm the law around here, and this town ain't big enough for the two of us. And if you think you and your... one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, Pilgrim?
Okay.
I must admit, I felt lucky.
Shut the sheriff's sentence!
See, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
And see, that's the first thing. See, what I mentioned, it may be offensive to some people because you got my man out here. He just felt the need to be Hispanic. For what reason? Could have got the same point across without portraying Hispanic, but
did you see what I mean? Darker makeup on too?
I hope not. I'm going to play the rest. But you see what I'm talking about. That's number one. Like we putting in racial characters for no reason at all. That doesn't enhance the storyline.
Yo. Donna says, I used to go to summer camps like this. Everybody trying to be VeggieTales. That's such a Christian joke. If you get VeggieTales, you get it. If not, it's not funny to you. Look up VeggieTales. I have so many questions about this. It goes on.
It gets worse.
Okay, go ahead.
If you want to say something now, you can, but it goes on. It gets worse.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I'll finish up.
Okay.
I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
How much for this one? $55.
No. No.
How about 30 pieces of silver? No.
What are we doing?
$30. I saw you $30 today. Tomorrow you come back, I close down.
No.
I do not recall in anything I've ever read Western where it was crucial to have an Asian depicted character in any kind of Western anything.
It was more the California gold rush what they're talking about, but
this whole thing could have been just as effective without them being somewhat very, very racist.
Let me address this real quick.
Go for it. And I don't know let me say I don't know the name of this church, but shout out to Protesia.com for where this video is coming from. Go ahead.
And this is absolutely 100% why you need DEI in a church.
This is true.
Y'all think you don't need a multitude just because y'all think y'all Christian, you don't need a variety of ideas and views and world livings. This is why you need diversity, equity, inclusion inside the church.
Multiple people okayed this.
Here's the thing. Somebody wrote this, and then they read the script, said it was okay. Then they memorized and practiced this.
Yes.
Developed a costume for it, and decided, even after going through the dress rehearsal, it said this was okay.
This is all 100% real, neighbors. Yes.
What in the? You almost had me cuss. Okay, I need.
I'll continue.
I need some water.
The son of dance will be betrayed into the hands of the cowboys and suffer many things. They might even kill him.
I'll never let it happen, Sundance. I won't let it.
Hey, I appreciate your loyalty, Butch. But you probably forget my name by the time Rooster Crowburn comes to town.
And the man in the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into the barroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I want to warn you, it'll turn into the barroom blitz. Barroom blitz.
Tres!
Why are you shooting people?
I can't begin to explain. I'm sorry, audio listeners, because there's no narration that I can give you.
Then you can't. I guess that's supposed to be Jesus.
Yes. Oh, watch when they cover the casket.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, stop. What are we doing? What are
I'm
we
sorry, I'm
doing?
laughing at Pastor Hampton's comment. Yes, this is definitely a one-word church. This is the trade-off. You get free coffee, but you got to sit through stuff like this sometimes. This is the trade-off you get. You're in and out in an hour, 15 minutes.
Hey, if you've carried him off, you tell me where he is.
Annie?
What
Sunday?
is happening?
Butch, he's alive.
You better believe it, baby. What? Oh no!
No, racist again.
That's hurt.
Extremely
No,
racist.
I'm a little bit claustrophobic. Oh no!
Okay, I think we get the gist.
Yeah, it goes on for another few minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Turn the audio down. Again, wrong one.
What
So, yeah, I'm sorry, audio listeners, but there's no narration I could have gave you that would have helped.
I don't understand. The aside from the blatant racism inside of it, like, you realize I just had to talk about a church play
that was
supposed to be and say, aside from the blatant racism, if that's the line I start from, we're off.
And not only a church play, but a church play that's probably based on the greatest story ever
told.
The greatest story in the history of humanity.
My head hurts. I actually have a headache. I gotta quit yelling. This, like, whatever. Like who? And somebody asked a question, like, who was saved this day?
I would venture to say nary a soul.
I don't like. God bless them, I guess. I don't understand. No, don't God bless them. I hope they realize they're wrong. I hope the internet roasts them and allows them to see. I'm going to go to that website and I'm going to start help with the understanding of how racist some of this was.
Protesia.com. Let me just say, Protesia.com, not the people who did this. There's the people who just posted it online. Let me just say that. They're not. That's not their church. They just provided commentary like we're doing.
Pastor Hampton says, "Tell me the pastor can't preach without telling me the pastor can't preach." Exactly. Like, this is your Sunday. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. For every minister, for every pastor out there, this is their Sunday. The actual basis of what you have based your life upon, your profession, everything you believe. It's that Sunday, and you chose to go with this.
I mean, when it comes down to it, this is like the Christian Super Bowl. Easter is supposed to be the Christian Super Bowl. This is
the one, and this is supposed to be your time. And guess what? All the source material for your sermon is already there. You don't need to add anything. And you decide to do this mess. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm disappointed. You know what? They got some bad tambourine players in that church too. I can tell.
That's what it is.
Yep. That church has a couple terrible tambourine players in it. I'm gonna just put that out there. Yo, God, I can't even say God bless them. Yo, man, whatever. I hope the internet roasts them and they figure it out. Sometimes you just got to get roasted. Somebody should have a strongly worded letter. Do you know how many levels? Dog, that was a sophisticated scenery. Like just the background and everything that they did, that went through several levels of approval, and they decided to do that. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna let that go.
All right, we go.
God bless them.
We're gonna move on. I got a couple things I want to show you still. All right, so you know how when people get up and sing and preach that they have their note, you know what notes you preaching, you know what you singing. Like if I said to all the neighbors right now, if I said somebody put me in E flat right quick, right? Y'all all know, right? If you know what I'm about to sing, you put it in the chat. You all know what I'm about to sing. Put me E flat right quick. Y'all know where that comes from, right? I got a video of this young brother preaching, and he thinks he has a certain preaching key that he wants the preacher to preach in. I mean, wants the organist to play.
Okay.
And you're going to see how he gets checked by another older gentleman about his preaching style.
Of this present time shall not be compared to the glory that shall be revealed to us later. You're gonna have to go down. That's too high for me. Go to B major. Right quick. Go to B major. Go to B major. B major, half step up. Yeah. All right. Father, I love you today, and I thank you right now. I give you all that you deserve. Father, I of this.
So for the audio listeners, the young preachers is saying, put me in B major, put me in B major, which you probably can't hear because of audio. The older gentleman comes into the frame and pretty much scolds the young preacher and says, preach, stop worrying about the organ, preach. Because the brother was worried about his B major.
Yeah. This joint was so hilarious.
Marlon said that's the brother's grandfather.
That's his grandfather?
Well, I'm getting grandfather and father from the neighbors in the chat. So it's somebody, but whoever it is, that person is definitely doing the right thing.
Yes. This is the type of checking that needs to happen. Like, and he didn't embarrass him. He just clearly said, preach. Stop worrying about the organ and preach. That's what you're here to do right now. And because he had gotten so far off of what he was here to do and what his actual ministry was, he was caught up in the trappings. For those of you who don't know, there is a thing called tuning inside the church, in which the pastor will sing and preach and deliver a sermon
to a tune.
To a specific tune. And so he was saying, that's too high for me. I need you to move it. And it really had nothing to do with what he was supposed to be doing at that time. If he was able to say it once real quick and move it, okay. Well, he got caught up on it, like, no, that's not it. He was out of pocket. So I'm glad that is what veterans are supposed to do. That's what more seasoned individuals are supposed to do. And I respect it.
So they were saying he said he was proud of him after because of how knowledgeable he is.
Okay.
So the brother is knowledgeable in scripture. I mean, preaching is an art form in a lot of ways. So he's still learning the art form part of it. He's more worried about some other stuff. and Just Playing 12. You got to check your hooping key before you go so far in.
Yes, it's good. It's a good point. It did, and I ain't gonna lie to you. It got a little fleshy. I don't even know how old the young man is, and so he's a teenager. I don't know. Maybe this is a trial sermon or something like that. God bless him. But I actually love this clip just for the fact that, at least in the church I grew up in, another man is supposed to tell you, hey, you're slipping up. This is not what it's here for. And an older saint came in and checked him and tried to get him back on track. So I respect how he did it. He didn't do it embarrassing him. He just like, hey, just preach. Just come. Remember what you come here to do. So I respect it.
Okay. And so I'm totally a little disappointed in the neighbors. Y'all left me hanging out there. I said, where does Put Me E Flat come from? Right quick. Y'all, where does Put Me E Flat right quick? Where does that come from? Y'all should know you call yourself gospel music fans, but nobody put nothing in the chat. That's all right. And I know some of y'all know, and you intentionally left me hanging. That's okay. That's okay.
There's a good question that I thought was asked and that we should address.
That's called podcast hurt. There you go.
Somebody says, is that T.I.'s son?
I don't think so.
It's not. Well, it did look and sound like it was T.I.'s kids. But hey, they're all doing different things in life. But hey, I really hope, I wish the best for that young man. It's a learning moment for him. He's going to get better from it and keep pushing forward. Keep delivering the word, brother. Keep delivering the word.
It's Put Me in A Flat? Oh, you're right. See, I got it wrong. It's not E flat.
See, look at you. You out here chastising the neighbors.
I am. I stand in the back. I mean, of course, YouTube playback is going to Put Me in A. Oh, yes. Put Me in A Flat. Oh, crud. I got that wrong. I'm supposed to be the gospel music fan.
Yeah,
you're right.
You out here chastising.
E flat, wow. E flat. Put me A flat is Won't He Make You Clean? Hezekiah Walker.
This Won't He Make You? But anyway,
thank you, Marlon. I apologize. Y'all right.
Marlon is hilarious, and I saw a lot of this. They wanted this organ. They was getting on this organist, yo. They was killing this dude. They were upset that he couldn't play and just to be in the comments.
In the comments? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they were more on the organist than the guy preaching.
They're like, you just can't transpose. You're supposed to know the code, the note, and how to get there. And they were just saying the dude didn't know how to play. I saw a lot of that. It was interesting. I was like, okay, I'm not musically inclined enough to fully be able to judge that, but. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying fire the organist, or they were getting on the organist for some reason, the former matter.
Okay, so here's the video we was talking about at the beginning of the show. This is that brother who, I guess the mean preacher who told people to raise their hands and do what I say. So I was able to pull it while we were doing the show. Now I have to find it here.
Yo, Derek said that last guy. This is hilarious. Derek is funny. He said little brother was preaching in glasses way too big and responsibilities too heavy and authority to change a key he ain't grown into. That brother, yeah, he wasn't ready for that. Preachers have been fighting a secret war with an organist and the sound man for years. That's interesting. Okay. All right. These are hot takes coming from everywhere. I do wish that little man nothing but the best. He's probably not that little.
All right, I got the video. You ready? Check this out.
This brother.
Lift your hands right here. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Listen here. All over this building. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. All over this building. Lift your hands. I need us all on one accord right now. All on one accord. All on accord. Everybody lift your hands. Baby, could you do me a favor? Lift your hands or get out. Could you choose one? Lift your hands or get out. Could you lift your hands or get out? Choose one. Choose one. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. I'm not scared of nobody. I mean what I mean. I'm here to protect you. And anything that is in violation of it has got to go. Lift your hands right here. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Listen here.
Do you have thoughts on my man saying lift your hands or get out?
This literally doesn't make any sense. It was 100% flesh. If you listen to the entirety of what he's saying, he goes on to, he tries to make it deep and spiritual and not about his flesh. And he says, I'm here to protect you. No, you told her to leave because she doesn't want to. Maybe her shoulder was sprained. You don't know. Like, you literally don't know. Maybe her
shoulder was sprained.
She forgot deodorant that day, and she didn't want to throw her hands up in the air. Or she didn't feel like throw her hands up in the air. And you're going to tell her to lift her hands or get out. And in some way, that's protection. That is the most asinine thing that's the most asinine thing I've heard this particular episode. I've heard dumber things before. I hope he needs a letter. He needs to be sat down. And if it's the guy that has his big old face on the projection screen behind him, you can tell he's already about himself. So that's a whole different thing.
Now, she could have very well, she could have very well just not been able to. People in the comments were saying I would have left.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Absolutely.
in the comments to this video were saying they would have left.
Yep, pack up. I'm good. If that's what your spirit is and that's what you're doing, I'm good. I don't need you. I don't need whatever you about to say because you off.
I feel like you say lift your hands, once or twice. People don't do it. Just get into what you got to do. Like whatever God is telling you to do in that moment, just do it.
Yep.
If people don't lift their hands, then that's
what this is. This is very similar to.
What's that?
Put me in B major. It's very similar. It is. He got caught up in something that he shouldn't have been get caught up in. There needs to. That's where someone older or more seasoned says, "Hey, focus on what you feel God has told you to say. Don't get caught up on whether or not one person doesn't raise their hand. That you have now affected the entire flow of what you're doing." And so, it's completely. Yes, this is the wildest thing. Actually, you tell me to leave my church, the Lord God himself would have had to. She's hilarious. Like, no, not leaving. No, I'm not going to put my hands up. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to double up and do both. Yo, here's the bigger thing for me. And I noticed it several times now. Why? Like, you could tell this dude was all about wrongness when he felt the need for the graphic to have a third of the screen to have his face on it. We're supposed to be delivering this is about the church, right?
Why? How do you know he did the graphic?
You had to approve it.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
No, come on. Now we found graphics because I know for a fact this church probably has a graphics team.
Good.
My church has a graphics team.
He's off. No. Yes.
Okay.
There's the other one's calling me baby. Yeah, that's another thing. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that dude's off.
I do have a video for after credits. So if your neighbors want to hang around for after credits, but you got a rant for the people?
No, I don't have a rant for the people today. I gave my thoughts earlier on today. I saw this earlier. Jonathan McReynolds put out a post on it was either Friday or Saturday saying that he felt that the Lord had called for lilac to be the color of this year's Easter.
What?
Yes, I'm serious. He said lilac was the color for this year's Easter. He said, "Don't blame me. It's what the word of God has given him." He's probably joking, but
I hope that's a joke. I'm hoping that's a joke.
Yeah. And it was funny. It's funny. It's churchy, but he said all suits and dresses should be accordingly. I don't mind lilac. I have several lilac things. I look good in lilac. And so if that's the direction we want to go, maybe I'll hit lilac. I actually flipped it up a little bit. I gave Easter colors this past Sunday because I like my Easter colors to stand out. I like my colors to stand out.
So you want to be different to everybody. So you you had your own Easter. You had your pre-Easter.
I hit them. Yeah. I hit them a week ahead of time. Okay. I went full pastels this past Sunday. It was a sea foam with a hot pink underneath it, and the bow tie that not hot pink, but it was a nice pink, but in a bow tie that coordinated both colors.
I got no problem. I got no problem. People want to color coordinate, do whatever. Leave me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to color coordinate, just leave me out of it.
Brother, you are obstinate in that. Like you don't like dressing up, but you ain't giving that. You ain't gonna give them that Easter Sunday fit, are you?
So oh no. So the new thing is, I guess, worship teams
right
are color coordinate now. And my friend Larry in California, they just joined a new church, and so every week he texts me, he forwards me the worship team text, what the colors are, because he knows like that's just not my jam. Like one of them was something in jeans. It was like lavender in jeans or something. Yeah, like that was the worship team color. And like lavender and denim. I'm sorry, lavender and denim.
I do it.
And it's like, no, I don't have this kind of stuff just laying around. I don't have lavender just laying around. I'm not about to buy.
Here's
I'm
the
not about
thing.
to buy a lavender shirt just so I can sing.
I would. Here's the thing.
Yeah, you
would.
Well,
not just so I can sing worship. As a big boy, and the church has a higher proportion of big boys and big girls in the church. You have to give us time to be able to find the fit. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just all go shopping off the rack for that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to go order that offline, and you gotta give me time to get it in. So if you give me 2 weeks leeway, 2 weeks notice, I'm gonna make it happen.
Well, these texts I saw were not 2 weeks, and I'm not. Either it's black and white, or I can get to wear whatever I want, or no, it's not meant for me to be part of this ministry. That's all, and I'm okay with that.
Here's one thing I used to hate though. Like I could never sing well in a button-up shirt. Like when I had a chance and we were ministering, like
the button-up shirt was like your kryptonite or something.
Nah, brother, it was like it was on my neck. It was on my neck.
Why don't you unbutton the top button?
Because I hate when people walk around with the top button unbuttoned.
Well, do you want to be able to sing and breathe, or do you want to look cool? Which one do you want? Because you clearly can't do both.
I can't. It was impeding my high notes. They had us going high that Sunday. And so I just had to unbutton the top button, but I buttoned it back immediately afterwards. Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the credits and after credits, I got one more story I want to go over real quick. There is this is in Wichita Falls, Texas. What?
Can I get a timeout?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is colorism, but it's hilarious. The melanin deficient don't do well in lilac.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But as a man full of melanin, I'll tell you, I look great in lilac. Just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead. Sorry.
So this story I came across, I found it funny. Well, interesting, I should say, and I want to share it with you and neighbors. So in Wichita Falls, Texas, there's an 84-year-old woman that was on her way to church. And she was driving in the wrong lane, and cops are trying to pull her over, but she refuses to pull over. So finally, and she's driving, kind of recklessly. So finally, they had to get out the spikes, the road spikes, and that finally stopped her.
Okay.
When the police stopped her, they asked her, what's your problem? Why weren't you stopping? She snapped her fingers at the deputy and said she knew that she was wrong, and they could arrest her after church. Basically, the article doesn't say the woman's name, so I'm just gonna call her Mother Johnson. Mother Johnson chose not to stop for the police because she was on her way to church,
and she ain't had time to be messing with y'all.
Stop to mess with them, and so she got arrested for reckless driving.
Oh, they got her?
Yeah, they got her.
Oh, they still arrested them.
She arrested. The charges will likely be dropped. She was released from jail the following day. They said that she possibly suffers from dementia, and her family's looking to get her driver's license revoked. But Mother Johnson wasn't stopping because she got to go to church, and I'm pretty sure Mother Johnson was black. I'm just gonna. The fact that she snapped her fingers at the officers. Mother was like, I'm going to church, and you can arrest me after.
Yeah, you can catch up with me. You can absolutely catch up with me afterwards. The Lord is waiting on me, and I have something to do.
Imagine willfully breaking the law and then going into church to worship the Lord and then dealing with it after.
It's like, hey, you know what? She probably sent up a prayer too. She asked the good Lord to cover her. I like to speak on behalf. There has been a rebuttal in the audience. Sister Melody has let us know lilac works for me, a yellow person. And so she just wanted that to be, she wanted that to be known. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. She called herself yellow. I'm not allowed to say that. But you know what I'm saying? Okay. You working, Melody. You know what? Oh, that's what we should do. Neighbors, we would love for you. This is off the top of the head right here.
I can tell.
I'm taking us down the path.
Yes, I can tell. Let me get rid of this right there.
Neighbors, we would love for you to share your Easter fits with us. So send us. Okay, you need to listen. Y'all be listening because y'all be sending stuff to our private stuff. Go to the Turn to Your Neighbor, either the messages on Facebook or Instagram, and send us either your family picture or your individual picture of your Easter fits. And we're going to take some time and we're going to, you know what? We'll do some oil ratings next week. We'll do some oil. And you know, we talk about other people. We should be able to check our oil. And so, Melody, if you decide to break out your lilac next week, please do. Please do.
I love how you just create more work for me. Are you going to download said pictures and put them into the show?
100%. I just created that to work for you.
Thanks. It's all good.
It's going to be.
It's all good. We'll take a look at
it. It's a great bit. It's a great bit, though. So we want to drive engagement from the people. So please show us your Easter fits. We love to see it. Can we just tell you what we'll wear? Nah, man. No pick. It didn't happen. No pick. It ain't real. Can we just tell you what we'll wear?
All right, I do.
Go ahead,
you good with the Easter fits? Did you get your request? You make your request?
I got my request out. That was off the top.
All right. I do have one more video for after credits, but want to thank all the neighbors for hanging with us tonight. We do this show every Tuesday, normally at 9 p.m. Eastern. We had to start late today, but normally 9 p.m. Eastern. Right here on Facebook and YouTube. You can catch us on demand. There's links to every way to catch us on demand at turntoyourneighbor.com. Of course, links to the Turn to Your Neighbor YouTube as well, and the Turn to Your Neighbor podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. Shout out to audio listeners and shout out to everyone listening on demand. Thank you so much, everybody who hung with us live. We appreciate it. We had a lot of people here today. Well, for us,
we did. Yeah. We had a solid 17, 18 the whole time.
18 people, between YouTube and Facebook. So thank you so much, neighbors. Okay,
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Can I say this real quick?
Say what you got to say.
Max says everyone drop the Easter fit and your Easter dinner. Now that's where you're going to cause problems, Mac. Because the Easter fit, we might let them slide on. If your plate looks trash, we're going to talk about you. I will say this, though. I follow Mac on his socials. Mac made this dessert recently. Is Mac a trained chef? Is that what he does? Because Mac made this dessert recently that was like apples. He did fried apples, a little bit of butter, some apple crown, and then he took like a donut, cut it in half, and put that in the sauce, in the juice, and then he put the apples over top the fried donut with the vanilla ice cream. Son, that joint looked fire. As a fat boy, I was happy. I said, brother, you did your thing. So
Mac recently had a birthday. So happy birthday, Mac.
Oh, happy birthday, Mac. Mac, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
So before we get to after credits video, you bring up cooking. It's this weird thing in my life, and I'm not sure what's going on. But I know a bunch of people, right, who cook really well. Like some have businesses, but they have started said businesses and exhibited their cooking skills to the world after I have moved away from them. So after we no longer live in the same location, these people, and it's not one, not two, at least three, one being Mac, at least three, if not more. And one of these people lived in my house for a while.
Okay. You're angry. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. There's anger.
Saying, like, what? Lord, what did I do to be separated from this food? That's all I want to know.
I think it's along the same lines of that lady who did not want to talk to you in church.
Probably.
There's something about
me
that personally. You need to check.
I need to search my own heart to find out where the flaw is.
There's something going on the inside.
People out here starting businesses and catering businesses. And now that I'll move away from you, so I can't get.
Yeah, you need to check on yourself, brother.
All right, so I got a choice of. I got 1 or 3 videos I could play for you. Do you want me to just pick one, or you want to have a choice?
Okay, give me the title. Give me what? How would you title them?
Okay, so one is titled God's General.
Okay.
The other is Miley Cyrus Praise.
Oh.
And the other one is Side Chick Funeral.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
That was what I was gonna just do without.
So those are out the way.
Why?
That last one's out the way. We're not doing that today.
The neighbors with them all. The neighbors with them all.
Crap. Let it ride. Fine. Let them ride.
Let all ride, 3 of them?
Let them ride. Okay. Crap. We're here.
This is after credit. So if you hung around this long, you doing this on.
Yeah, you knew what we was doing.
you know. All right. So the first one, I'm not sure what country this is, but
here we go, Cliff.
This video is courtesy from the Holy Nope Twitter account, and this is called God's General.
It's a beautiful day. Got my Bible. I'm ready to go.
My prayer every day, Father, don't let them ask, don't let them ask. Where is my God? My prayer every day, Father, for my hope and trust is in you. My life is full of your glory.
Yeah, there's no. So for those of you audio listeners, this gentleman has been called God's General, and he basically gets out. It's like a dirt parking lot. This is clearly another country, and he gets out of the church's dirt parking lot, out of his pickup truck, and people are kneeling outside of his truck. And as he walks by them, he lays hands on them while they're kneeling in the dirt, and then proceeds to go into the service and does we'll call it Kung Fu anointing.
Yeah.
How about that? He does like these sounds and these kicks. He kicks air, but people pass out. So this is like, Benny Hinn, uses like blankets or whatever. When this brother uses his Kung Fu skills, I guess. I don't know.
This brother out here sound like Dougie Fresh, out here trying to lead people to the Lord, I guess. We are going to talk about his hair, though, because what he's done is giving us the George Jefferson and he's combined the George Jefferson with a fade. So it's come back in the middle like this.
This is a good way to put it.
It's come back in the middle like this. So there's the island right here. And he's lined up the island. And then he's hit you with a fade down here.
That brother needs to just come on home.
He needs to come on home. Here's the thing,
off, brother.
And this is a moment of transparency. That's actually how I'm balding, like that right there. Okay. And I have thought about growing my hair out and getting that sucker lined up right there and seeing what I can get from the people. Just seeing about
yourself,
because I actually still grow a lot of hair.
Don't do it to yourself.
And I grow hair very rapidly.
Yeah, me too.
But just not right here. So I can have a full head of hair by next week, and except I just be missing right here. So if I get it lined up and catch a quick fade, I understand what he's doing with this look, and I think we should do it. I'm on board.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. The young people, I'm not sure. What you're about to see now is a church praise break, and the young people tell me this is a Miley Cyrus song. So let me make sure
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the young people tell me this is a Miley Cyrus song. I'm not sure, but we're about to find out.
That's the young people tell you. Okay.
That's what the young people tell me.
Somebody keep on climbing. Keep on.
Okay.
Lift your hands right here. Oh.
It's speeding up.
You know it, sing it.
If you know it,
If you know it, sing it.
This is great.
We getting ready to move, y'all. But I need somebody.
I should probably turn it down so we don't get taken down. What do you think about Miley Cyrus praise? And I'm guessing that's Miley Cyrus because nobody is saying.
No, they're saying it's called The Climb. It's The Climb. I guess
Climb.
that's the song. Yes, that is the song.
Yeah, Miley got the song The Climb. Okay.
Miley song. Somebody, you'll sit the dude from Fair.
So we can play Miley, but we can't play Walk It Out. Well, Walk It Out was the explicit version. What I hear.
What you say?
I said so we can play Miley, but we can't play Walk It Out. Even though by all reports, the extended clip of that video, Walk It Out, was the explicit version.
Oh, really? That's not good.
That's what I heard. I'm not sure. Because I only heard what went around, what circulated.
Can I talk to you about my larger concern with this video? And I think this church has been on a couple of different, like, they had other praise breaks be posted at other times.
Okay.
Here's my concern. If you look at the camera, every time they jump, the camera bounces.
The cameraman the camera person is in the praise.
I think that's a stationary camera. The thing ain't moved the entire time. My concern is, what unstable surface are they on that they're not all going to go through? Because every time I see a praise like this, I just think the whole sanctuary is going to end up in the kitchen in the basement. And so I need them to check their infrastructure for inconsistencies, because I'm really concerned about that. Like, that's my serious and genuine concern.
So because apparently go ahead.
Go ahead. It shouldn't be moving every time they jump. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently this song is about getting over a struggle or breaking through. And and black people, as my sister said in the chat, black people this song about coming out of a struggle. And black people love about overcoming.
Yes, that is what we do. That is what we do. If it ain't about the struggle, we ain't talking about it.
All right, I got one more video.
Okay.
So basically this is to a woman and the man's side chick, I believe, or side woman fighting at this man's funeral. Check this out.
Oh, what is she doing? She's taking stuff. She's taking stuff.
Oh, let me put in the video.
She's throwing stuff.
So apparently this goes on for about a minute. So for the audio listeners, what's happening here is that there's a deceased gentleman, and around his body in the casket are like some stuffed animals or something, some bears.
Yeah.
And then one woman is taking those bears out of the casket. I'm assuming that is his wife. But I believe the bears might have been laid there by, according to what's on the internet, this man's side woman.
Oh, that's why she got mad.
That's why she got mad that they were in there, because you his side woman. I paid for this casket, all this. You're not just gonna come and bury my husband with your side piece bears.
Your side piece bears. You're not. My husband's not going to eternity with your side piece bears. I think that. Oh, they blowing. Oh, they was really fighting.
Yes. I said it went on for another minute.
You know what? All of this should have happened while he was here. Like, what is the holdup?
Well, I mean, so
if you had all this beef, all this she's putting it in bags and getting rid of it. And then the lady comes over. Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing, my G. These ain't no small women.
No.
And so if you see my one dude, the one dude in cornrows tries to come in and just shut the casket and close things down, and another woman comes back and throws him out the way and says, no, we ain't closing this casket and we ain't over yet. And she moves him. My man didn't have enough whatever to stand his ground on this one. This was hilarious.
So I do know that there are some I don't know from personal experience, but I do know that there are some times when the wife is aware of the second woman. And she tolerates it, as long see no evil, as long as you ain't in my face, as long as I ain't got to deal with you, for whatever reason. But I would assume that sister wife here, she probably drew the line. It's one thing that I was, in life you was messing around with him, but he's not gonna go into glory with your stuffed animals in his coffin. Because I paid. She said I paid for this.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, she said I paid for this.
Okay. This is hilarious. Kristen said the way she unfolded that bag, baby, she was ready for a tussle. So that lady came in knowing it was gonna be some ish, because she did have that bag ready. Like she had an appropriately sized bag ready for the moment. So she knew this is about to be some stuff. I think this is hilarious though. Derek, once again, side piece bears, a new product from Haribo. Like
exactly. Yeah, why she felt the need to put them bears around him, I don't know. Maybe now listen, here's something.
Right.
Those bears could be from dates.
Nah, these look like fresh bears.
But she probably preserved them well. Those could be amusement park bears or something.
Oh, yo, this chick is ready to scrap.
My man could have shot some hoops or shot the clown's mouth to get them bears for a sister girl.
She is grabbing by the dress, and that lady wasn't moving. She said, I dare you to do something. Oh, they out here really bucking. This was wild. This was wild.
Wait. Well, hold on. Let me back it up a second. The sister in the blue. I need right here, right?
Right.
You see this? Now watch her right hand. Did she stick the bear back in the thing?
She did. But then if you watch the what we're calling the wife, she came back in. What she do? Watch. She grabbed it, boom, back out. She threw it.
She did.
So she was ready. They really up in here?
Because it looked like Sister in the Blue stuck it close to his waist.
She did. She tried to slide in there. Hey man,
that's out of pocket.
I don't understand. This is a fight that should have happened before he died. Like at this point, what are you fighting over? Like y'all had an issue beforehand, and y'all should have handled that before he moved on. Amen.
Like I said, I think they'll tolerate. I think that mentality is you'll tolerate so much. Sometimes I don't know. She could have not known about woman until after he died, but there are times when
that's true.
The wife will tolerate it. Don't bring it in my face, and I don't know. Not that we're condoning having a side.
We are not condoning anything
on the side. We're not condoning.
You ain't gonna get me caught up. No, sir.
Husband to one wife, one wife to one husband.
Make it
I'm
easy.
just making it clear, because I don't want people misconstruing our words. Husband to one wife, wife to one husband. All right.
Wherever this took place, there was no man in the building that could handle any of the women, and I agree, because they was
you just let them cook. You just gotta let them.
And
you just gotta let them go.
They was moving some dudes.
Well,
they was moving.
Well,
some dudes.
I mean, think about it. The person that would have cared about either one of them to stop them from fighting is in the
grave. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Otherwise, everybody else is gonna watch this mess happen.
Hold on, is my man right here clergy? I believe my man. Hold on.
I can't see. You took him down.
Let me. I know. I'm about to pull it back up. Is my man? Yep. This gentleman right there. Right there. This gentleman is clergy. I'm gonna advance it a little bit. You're gonna see his collar.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a rope and everything. He's trying. Look, he's trying.
But
there
they
you go. You can see his
throwing all
collar.
the bows.
You can see his collar right there. He's trying.
Yep. He's
Preacher
like,
man-
I
preacher
have
man
lost
is trying.
control. Y'all ain't gonna tear up my church, or y'all ain't gonna tear up my funeral home.
No.
Oh, my man was. I hope that wasn't his son or something. He looked extra mad.
No. They still stuck a bear in there at the end.
They did. They stuck a couple bears in there.
And then closed it.
Oh man. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, I hope he got right with the Lord before he
Amen. Amen.
before he saw
Oh man.
him and his side bears.
It's 11 o'clock. Yo, we going to bed, dog.
I tried to just do one, but we succumbed to the neighbor mob who said do all three. I tried to just do one. All right, you got anything else?
Now, hey, everybody be blessed. Have a blessed Easter. And we want to see your fits. And if you want to send your plate in, that's fine. But we just want to see your fits. That's more important. Thank you to all the neighbors for being involved. Thank you to Evangelist Coney from coming in from all the way from ATL. Thank you to everybody who's coming in, and all the fans out there, all the family members. We appreciate y'all. And no matter what that lady says, we still gonna turn to your neighbor. She a hater.
The business. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Stay
trying
focused,
to like.
dog.
I'm trying to get back, but the chat was scrolling, and I saw somebody had a comment on. I don't know when the Bismarcky of Kojic came across the chat at one point, and we somehow.
That was the dude that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna hope this new outro works as well. So until next time, y'all, take care and be blessed. Peace.